Four in Your Corner has obtained the contents of an internal investigation done by Lee County Schools that shows years of mismanagement of federal grant funds at Fort Myers Technical College.
While some students weren't getting the Pell Grants they were promised, the money may have been going to buy boats and cars instead.
Four in Your Corner investigative reporter Rob Manch has been digging into the documents for you and has the details for us tonight.
Pictures of license plates and purchase orders found in the office of the former assistant principal at Fort Myers Technical College may explain why students weren't getting their grant money. It was all discovered when the school system conducted an internal audit last year.
It started in October with our internal auditing department trying to work with them. They assured us that they had made corrective action. They had not.
This is video from a school board meeting last month. Board member Betsy Vaughn recalled a conversation she had with the former principal at FMTC last year.
He said, "We're in over our heads. The people that I have on the staff are not understanding how to do this."
When auditors finally took a look at the finances, they found problems in the accounts of 394 students. More than $13,000 in grant funds had not been paid out, but the account was empty. According to the investigation, they had to, quote, borrow $10,000 from the FMTC General Fund to cover it. I emailed the school system about all of this, and the district responded saying at this point, all students have had their grant money paid out to them. But Vaughn wondered at the board meeting last month how many students just dropped out because they couldn't pay.
What about students who may have already exited the program going back several years? Because I'm assuming we had the same staff, the same accounting staff, or financial accounting staff in place for a few years?
Well, I don't know about that. I can't necessarily answer who was in place from one year to the next, because as I said, there was some turnover inside of that time period.
In October of last year, the State Department of Education finally got involved, asking what had happened to the Pell Grant funds. A month later, the school board sent this response, signed by board member Gwinnetta Gittens, explaining how the district was addressing the problem. But the numbers were all different. Now, instead of 394 students affected, it was only 77. And instead of $13,000, the number owed back to students had grown to $30,862. Finance Director Amy Desamores says all of that has been paid back and new staff have been hired.
First, there were new positions that were provided to the college in June of 2019, and that is in the section about steps taken to assist. A business process analyst and an accounting specialist that were placed there to become experts within the process.
And Desamores says new reporting policies are now in place to provide better oversight over FMTC. As for the two employees who were investigated, both were let go, but the former principal of FMTC has since been rehired by the district in a different role. The district says it did not find any evidence that any intentional fraud had occurred. In Fort Myers, Rob Manch, Fox 4, in your corner.
Interesting findings. Thank you, Rob. And since the Pell Grants are federal funds, the district could be subject to an investigation from the U.S. Department of Education. The district says if that happens, it is ready to provide any information it might be asked for.